Welcome back, everybody, to my channel. My name's CringeyJesse, and this is Formula 1 Manager 23, back in the Cringey universe. As I think I said in a Formula 1 23 My Career video, I am doing these two things differently. In the last video, I did the recording, and then I voiced over. In this one, I'm going to do them at the same time, because I feel like it would be just a tad bit easier on the editing. There's only one way to find out. Go ahead and check. AATR starts today, but we already have a project in the making, as we have to wait until the 23rd, which is the week after Saudi Arabia. We've already done this race. What day are we on? I don't know what day we're on. We're on today. Okay, duh. So after this weekend, we're going to have another free weekend, but that's when our stuff is ready, and we're going to have the rear wing and the underfloor ready by Australia, which will hopefully get us into some points, because as if you've seen the Bahrain video, we actually fell out of the points. We had one of our drivers qualify in the points, but he fell out, and we tried an overfueling with Magnussen, which didn't really work out the way I thought it might, but this is why we test things out, so we won't be doing that for this race. However, like we said, rear wing and underfloor is coming in, and then facility-wise, we've got all of these, except our factory is temporarily shut down. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's something new for the game, or if I don't know. That's new. I don't know. I believe all of our staff upgrades have come in. We got a team hub now. We've got a race simulator now. We've also got a boardroom. A hospitality area has not come in yet, but it will before Saudi Arabia. We got a helipad, a memorabilia room, and a tour center. So. And we've got 11 million in the bank. So, like, honestly, I think what we're going to do, because we really want to help our drivers more than anything, is get that race simulator the best that we can. And then what we want to do is help our team attractiveness so that we can get better drivers in the future. So those are the only two I'm going to do this week. We're going to see what we can do after the race for this week. Our cars are still okay. We didn't get in any wrecks, surprisingly. Formula 122, I swear, in my first season, one of my two drivers wrecked out every single race, and I had to spend a ton of money on new parts. But so far, both of our drivers started and finished the race, unfortunately just not in points. But as we head into Jeddah, hopefully we can get some points this next race weekend. I will see you guys in qualifying as I go and set up for that. Okay, so actually, I haven't gotten to qualifying yet, because I just got this weird email that I never got in Formula 122 unless I just never paid attention. Okay, so if I intervene or if I acknowledge, like, I don't know. I've never seen this. I'm going to acknowledge because I think that's the best. I think that also helps Kevin Magnussen's aggression. I'm not sure. I don't know if the colors in the icons mean anything at all, because both of the helmets are red on both sides. Kevin Magnussen's morale thing, that little chart, red. I don't know if that's bad, but tensions may improve, white. Tensions may worsen, also white. That doesn't help, because worsen is bad. So I've never seen that. That's pretty dope, and something else to look into as we go on with this career thing, and also something else to notice, because Kevin Magnussen and their race engineers just having problems, and I don't know what to do. I will see you guys in qualifying.
Let's hope the teams took full advantage of practice. It's time for qualifying.
Jeddah's high-speed street circuit is rather prone to yellow and red flags during qualifying, as drivers and walls often meet. Strategists will be looking for the perfect gap, but need to make sure drivers get their lap in.
So as we head into this qualifying session, Karun, how do you think Lando's going to be feeling?
It's interesting because they weren't that fast in practice. I'm not sure if this was a lack of pace or just the team trying different things. but I imagine we'll see their true performance soon enough.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
Zooming in, here comes K-Mag to start his lap. We're gonna, oh, wrong thing to do. We're gonna go right here, even though he's the first one across the line, so obviously he's gonna get purples. But we can see his sectors versus Hulkenberg's. We're actually gonna ×2 this, make it just a little bit faster because we don't want this video to be way too long as K-Mag is going through some traffic here. Purple sector 1, where is Hulkenberg? Purple sector 1, going around one of the Williams, it looks like. Fighting through all this traffic, got to go past a couple of Mercedes as he gets a purple sector 2. Can Nico Hulkenberg beat him in sector 2? He cannot. He gets a green. I don't know if it's because of the traffic. The traffic is... That's one of the riskier things about the way I do my qualifying, as he comes across the line with a 130.4 to start Q1.
Stay negative on your delta.
Here comes K-Mag to
Okay,
start his, or to finish his, a 130.1 as not well. What did he have? ×2, we got Kevin Magnussen starting his lap. Nico Hulkenberg also starting his lap. K-Mag behind a... I know the name of it. It's a McLaren. Jeez, thank you. K-Mag behind a McLaren. Hopefully getting that...
checkered flag, Nico.
Yes,
checkered
we
flag.
know it's a checkered flag. We know. He's doing better. They're both doing better. Both green sector 1s. Hopefully that McLaren doesn't give us too many problems. Hopefully we can stay in that slipstream with K-Mag, as he is definitely in danger of losing out a yellow sector 2. It looks like we are in danger here with K-Mag, as it looked like the McLaren was definitely slowing us down. We get across the line. No improvement from Mag. He is out Q1. Nico Hulkenberg improving to Q2 at P11. Kind of ×2 this real quick, as Hulkenberg starting his lap. He's going to be the first one through all the sectors, so obviously he's going to get purple sectors. I'm not really worried about that, but I would love to see if he improves at all. His best time, I know for a fact, was a 130.1. Can he do better than that, as he does get a purple sector 1? Again, that doesn't mean a lot. That does not mean a lot. Coming through to the end of sector 2 here. Purple sector 2. Okay. Again, yes, I know. Listen, I'm just going to say it. All right. He needs his validation. All right. Coming to the end. Setting the time to beat with a 129.7. He definitely does improve, because I do know his first best was a 130.1. I don't know what his second, I don't know if he did better at all, but a 129.7 is the time to beat. Norris is a second behind. Hamilton very close to passing, but does not get the pass. Go ahead and do this real quick before I forget. Everybody is now doing way better. We still have Stroll. Okay, Stroll. Okay. We still have Stroll as everybody else finishes a lap. Here comes Stroll to finish his lap, and he is... Where did he go? P7, leaving Hulkenberg P9 at the moment. P10 now. As we come to the end, do I want to risk it on softs? Ocon is behind. Well, it's going to be on softs. Do I want to risk it on used softs? I'm going to, because I don't have time. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We are going to be in front of an Aston Martin. Which Aston Martin is it? Is that Stroll? It is Lance Stroll. We're in front of Lance Stroll. We're not worried about him. I'm most worried about Ocon more than anything. Is Ocon starting his lap? Looks like Ocon is starting his lap right now. Where's Albon? I don't know what Albon is doing. Don't know what... Tsunoda's definitely warming up. He's going to be... Albon did really good. Ocon did really good. I'm sure Ocon is in a better car than we are. So we are going to hope that Ocon, Albon, and Sargent, because I know the Williams is pretty fast in this game. I don't think I have to worry about Norris. I know Norris is good, but I don't think their car is really good. But Ocon right now is the one I'm worried about the most. as we are going to go ahead. Where is Hulkenberg? Across the line to start his Albon. Albon was the one. I knew Albon was going to be a dangerous. Going through some traffic of an Alpine. Coming up to the end of Sector 1 up here. Please be green. It is not green. It is yellow. That is not a good start. I know it's the checker flag. You don't have to keep telling me that, Cannon. Coming to the end, it's another yellow. It does not look like I'm going to make it into Q3 here in Jeddah. Maybe we get the slingshot around the Williams. Down to the line we go. No improvement. Absolutely no improvement. So we're going to look at Ocon as Ocon comes up to the line. He's going to go straight into the pits. Here comes Sargent, who also goes into the pits. It is going to be a P11 start for Hulkenberg. And I'm sure there's plenty more to come, but this is where we find out.
Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
Jeddah street circuit certainly makes the high speeds of F1 racing a thrilling affair. But even a world champion can be caught out in between the narrow walls, just as Max Verstappen found out in 2021.
I'd love to know, Karun, your thoughts on Kevin Magnussen so far this weekend.
You know, it's not going well for them at the moment. They haven't been able to put everything together, and it's going to be a lot of work to get back to where they need to be.
Well, the streets of Jeddah are abuzz, and the teams are nearly ready for the start of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
We're going to put them on the same strategy. One of them is going to box a little earlier. One of them will box a little late. However, it will be the same exact strategy. I'm not going to mess with the fuel this time. And I'm not going to mess with the driver's options in here. I will do that in the race. Starting grid. That's what I wish it was.
The drivers are lined up on the grid here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, preparing for 50 flat-out laps under the lights. And here's George Russell settling in for the race.
Starting P8 is decent for them. Provided they keep the race clean, there's points on the table.
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One. It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
And away we go indeed, all the way down into turn 1. It looks like Max Verstappen is going to get the thing there, as it looks like Perez and Leclerc fighting for second. Leclerc is going to get that. Nico Hulkenberg down here has made the jump into the top 10 on Albon. And Kevin Magnussen has made the jump. Well, he had the jump on Nick DeVries, but Nick DeVries most definitely came back on him with that one. So defending, and we have missed a decent battle, but we're catching it here. Oh, wrong way. Side-by-side battle with Hulkenberg and Albon. As they are coming up to turn, I believe, 5. I need to learn my turns, man. 1, 2, 3... That would not be turn 5. Nowhere near turn 5. Hulkenberg beat out Albon for now. He's still P10. Magnussen still looking to pass Nick DeVries as we are coming up to DRS zones. Go ahead and put on that DRS. Maybe we can get DeVries and Lando Norris. DeVries getting past Lando Norris. That's not a good sign for the McLarens. We're trying to go on the outside, then the inside, down into turn 1. Nothing doing for us right there. Side by side with Norris, though. We do get past Norris. Kevin Magnussen up into P16. Now we just got to get past Nick DeVries. As
let's take a closer look. And if we
just want to get in front of P15. That is my goal in every race as of right now, is to get both of my drivers above P15. We're going to rewatch that overtake since we did watch it in a very fast motion. We do get past Lando on Nick DeVries. Once again, there's a little bit of fighting in front of us as Sargent and Ocon are fighting for position. Down into turn 1, can Kevin Magnussen go side by side? He does go side by side. Nick DeVries looks like he's pulling out, but Kevin's staying right there with him. Down into the next turn, K-Mag gets the pass on Nick DeVries on lap number 6. Logan Sargent, the next victim for K-Mag, if everything goes according to plan, which hopefully it will. On Logan Sargent there.
Now with the Haas.
Look at
They
this.
decide to
I
give it a
can't
go.
believe we weren't paying attention. We just weren't. But Kevin Magnussen up on Logan
Up
Sargent.
into 14th they go.
Up into P14. Lap numbers as he's coming down the main straight with a trail of cars. Looks like Albon, Sonoda, Ocon, and then Magnussen. And then Logan Sargent not getting the DRS as we are pulled out of his DRS range. It is going to be a fight between Sonoda and Albon, and then Ocon side by side with K-Mag now into turn 1 and 2, heading to turn number 3. It looks like K-Mag will get the pass, but it's still side by side, so we can't say that just yet. S1 Ocon having the inside, now K-Mag having the inside. Who's going to come out on top after all of this? It looks to be K-Mag, as Esteban Ocon still has that inside. They are still, no, they're no longer side by side. He backed out of it, out of the camera sight, but K-Mag in on lap 8, now up to P13. We're going to slow this down as we are now side by side for 2 by 2, 4 in a pack. Esteban Ocon, Yuki Tsunoda making the pass on Alexander Albon. K-Mag trying his best to stay in front of Esteban Ocon with absolutely 0 ERS. And it is now 3 wide going into turn 1, but no, it's not. Yuki Tsunoda takes the advantage. It is side by side, K-Mag with Alexander Albon, slowly, ever so slightly, getting in front of Alexander Albon. And now Yuki Tsunoda, the car in front of us, as it looks like Albon and Esteban Ocon are now fighting behind us. Hopefully they can stay fighting for just a little bit longer. That way it slows them down and lets me and Yuki Tsunoda get away, but it doesn't look like that is the case, as Alexander Albon, who was once P11, is now P14. He went from fighting with Nico Hülkenberg for points to just trying his best to stay in this DRS train. Yuki Tsunoda up here completely missed it.
Magnussen, the gap opens up for them. And Kevin Magnussen says thank you. Thank you very much.
I did. Thank you. Kevin Magnussen is still harvesting, trying to recharge his battery for the ERS, and he's still pulling away from Ocon, Albon, Sonoda. ERS is fully charged. We love to hear it. We're going to put him in neutral. Put that back on ×2. Hülkenberg should be coming up to the pit lane here shortly. As he does, he's going to come in. He is going to come in, and so is Kevin Magnussen. And Ocon is just going to pass both of us, which is what we expected. Here goes Albon. And it looks like I should have probably slowed it down just a little bit to look. But it looks like Kevin Magnussen getting the fastest pit stop so far. It looked like Hülkenberg. It said he went at P15. I don't think anybody else has boxed just yet. No, we are the only ones to box. And we are 46 and 51 seconds away from the leader, so we will not be overtaking the leader. However, we might get them both into the points if my math is correct. And Logan Sargent, and because that was really fast, we're going to watch that once again at normal speed.
The opportunity begging to be taken. And that sees them move to 15th.
And honestly, I will take it. 100% I will take it. Magnussen still very close to 3 seconds behind our friend Bottas, who has done us a lot of good in Manager 22. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see all of that because I was really bad at posting these videos back in those days. We have people in the pits. We are going to go to Nico Hülkenberg. Who do we have in the pits? We got Verstappen. We're not going to catch Verstappen. We've got Alonso, Leclerc, and Gasly. There is a good chance we catch Gasly. It's a decent chance. He's just now getting in. And Hülkenberg is just now coming up to and around as he passes Nick De Vries up into P14. The last stretch. And we have, it looks, Sonoda's going into the pit lanes. So we are going to get past Sonoda for sure. Are we going to get past Gasly? We are not going to get past Gasly. Gasly is going to come out about a second ahead of us. Maybe a little less. No, I'm not. I'm lying. That's 5 seconds. We are 5 seconds behind Pierre Gasly, which is not good. However, I do know, yeah, Norris has not boxed. Albon has not boxed, and Ocon has not boxed. And if I'm not mistaken, we might be 5 seconds behind Gasly, but Ocon, all the way up to Ocon, we should be able to pass once they box. Before we forget, go ahead and put those on the balance, and let's go over here to, can we lower you, please? Thank you. Magnussen, as Magnussen is now catching up to Logan Sargent. He's got the DRS. Coming down this straight here, we're not even going to use the ERS because Logan Sargent is probably the slowest. Probably the slowest. We are going to slow this down as we will get the DRS and pass Logan Sargent, but not before he goes into the pit lane. There was Norris and Hulkenberg. They were fighting. It looked like. No, that was Gasly and Norris. I can't read. That's okay. Gasly getting past Norris. Norris is about 5 seconds ahead of us, which is okay. That's okay. That's okay. We are within a second to Valtteri Bottas, who also, if I'm not mistaken, has not boxed. But hopefully we can make a pass before he does box, because that is what, in my opinion, that's just the best way to go. We are in that DRS. DRS flap is wide open. All these people up here who have boxed, they're on mediums. Literally everybody who has boxed is on mediums. Did I even look at a soft to medium? I don't think I did. I don't think I looked for a soft to medium. That's crazy. K-Mag getting past Valtteri Bottas. Is that going to mess us up? Or will tire degradation help us out? Let's go look at Hulkenberg right now as he's sitting in La La Land. 3 seconds behind Lando Norris, who is yet to box, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Norris and Albon have yet to box. And he's 100% going to pass both of these cars when they do decide to box. That is a fact. So Hulkenberg will get back into the points, and Magnussen will get back into P11. So a P10, P11 start, which is definitely better than what happened last race, which I believe was a P11, P12. Maybe a P12, P13 finish. I can't remember. All I know is it was outside of the points for both of them. And if I do remember correctly, they finished back to back. Hulkenberg, he's slightly catching up. I almost want to use the ERS to get him up there quicker. No one boxes yet, except for Russell. Can we get in front of Russell? No, not at all. Absolutely not. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to put you back in neutral for now because we don't want to waste all of that. We're going to pull that back up once we get into the DRS straights. If we have to. We might not have to. Alright, here we come. I know it's... Bloop, bloop. There it is. Slow it down just so we can see what happens. Around the outside. Does he get past him? Not yet. So he will have DRS to come across this straight here and still be in front of Lando Norris. And Magnussen less than a second away. Go ahead and turn on that ERS. He'll get that DRS coming up to the main straight. Remember, Lando Norris has yet to box. Alexander Albon also has yet to box. Oh, side by side, down into the first turn they go. Magnussen now in front of Lando Norris. Into the chicane. Lando Norris still right there. Is not quite safe yet, and now I think it is safe. Coming up, he's going to have the DRS in the long straight once again. Go ahead and turn on that ERS real quick. Yeah. Easing up on him. Easing. Not side by side. I thought he was going to get up there, but he did not. However, he will have DRS coming down the main straight and not a lot of ERS after that. But that is okay as they are both activated. He is coming down to the first turn. The chicane here in Jeddah. And P10, Hulkenberg back in the points. And Magnussen is next, as Albon is trying to make a move on Nico Hulkenberg. Kevin Magnussen has DRS. Albon has DRS. Hamilton coming out P9, 7 seconds ahead of Nico Hulkenberg. Kevin Magnussen making the pass on Alexander Albon without ERS assist, I don't think. Let me make sure before I completely forget. Watch this in normal speed right quick as he gets the pass right there. It's not quite safe yet. Not quite safe. How Magnussen making the pass on Hulkenberg. So now they're going to be fighting for position, which is not smart to do. We don't need Ocon to catch us, as he's now 3 seconds. So it is taking Ocon quite a bit to catch up to us. However, he is doing so ever so slowly. So hopefully we can still finish side by side, P10, P11. One of our drivers getting points. I am not going to show favoritism, by telling one to avoid the other or not to fight the other, at least not yet, because we are not in any. Don't wreck each other out, please. Please. Holy cow, that was so nerve-wracking. It really was. I would absolutely hate it. I know you both want points, but at the moment this is a team sport, not a single. There's no way either one of you is winning Drivers' Championship this year, so please don't wreck each other doing some stupid stuff. Alright? Alright. Y'all scared me again. I'm going to have to put in some team orders. Hulkenberg in P10, Magnussen P11. He's got the DRS. So does Ocon. Ocon now has it. Into the chicane. Magnussen into P10. I hate to do this. I hate to do this. We're going to put you on defense right now. Hold back. Hold back. Let Magnussen go. I had to pick the driver. Whoever was in the front coming down that straight, I had to give it to him. Had to give it to him. Where is it right here? Battle assist. Because I know right now they are battling for P11. But I also want to make sure that Hulkenberg can keep Ocon behind him with a couple of laps left to go. Not quite in that 5-lap range at the moment. But I would like to see Magnussen pull away. As you know what, we're going to help Magnussen pull away. He's going to use some fuel and use some ERS to get ahead of Hulkenberg. We're going to give him a 2-second head start. As soon as he gets to that 2-second mark, we are shutting it all off. 1.7. Come on. Ah, great. Great. Now we got to help this guy. Hulkenberg has DRS, my bad, into the chicane. Around turn number 2. Ocon still ahead of Hulkenberg. Last lap, but not for us. Not for us. Not for us. Max Verstappen has started the last lap, and unless he passes one of us, jeez Louise, Hulkenberg, you are killing me, my guy. I need you inside DRS range ASAP. I need you to be able to fight this guy ASAP. Get up there. Please. There you go. That's what I like to see. I don't think you're going to have it here. However, that would be... Oh, you do have it. Let's go. Put you back in neutral. We're going to top up till the end of the lap. This is the final lap for us.
Max Verstappen over
Yes,
the finish line.
we know
and
Max
today's
Verstappen
winner.
wins. We watch this, but I have a fight going on between one of my drivers and Esteban Ocon. We don't want him to run out of gas, so we're going to put that back on the neutrals. He's very close to Esteban Ocon. Coming up into DRS ranges, yes, we are going to watch the end of this. Pierre Gasly, Nico Hulkenberg, side by side with Esteban Ocon in the last sector. He has DRS. What he's not using is ERS, and he can use ERS because he does have some.
Yeah.
He is in front of Esteban Ocon. Kevin Magnussen making the turn for the last turn down into the start-finish line. Kevin Magnussen getting points for our team this race, coming in P10. And then Nico Hulkenberg beating Esteban Ocon out for P11. That was stressful, and it wasn't even for points. That is...
Not a quick
It had
race
no
to
reason
sum up,
being that
not
stressful.
least for George Russell there. And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
That gives them their first win of the season, and it was really well deserved.
And finally now, the drivers can relax after an eventful weekend at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Now, Karun, I'd be really keen to know, how do you think the Haas team will be reflecting on today's result?
They didn't do too badly today. A pretty respectable outcome as far as they'll be concerned. But they need to keep pushing. They can't afford to sit back.
Okay then, and a big thank you to everyone for joining us this weekend here in Jeddah.
And for the next round, Formula One is heading down under. Exciting times ahead in Australia on the shores of the Albert Park Lake.
And that is the end of the race, and they are correct. We don't have time to sit back and relax. We have to fight. And for the Australian race, we will have upgrades in the underfloor and the rear wing. Max Verstappen getting his first win of the season here. Sergio winning last week. Your top 10 ending with Kevin Magnussen getting points for the Haas team. We do have 1 point on the board. Verstappen, Perez, Sainz is your top 3. Leclerc, Alonso, Stroll, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, Pierre Gasly, and Kevin Magnussen. Fastest lap going to Lewis Hamilton, Kevin Magnussen, Nico Hulkenberg, P10, P11. What an exciting finish as we barely beat out Esteban Ocon for P11 to get our guys side by side. I believe, once again, if I remember correctly, Max Verstappen is on top of the drivers' standings. Jeez, man, I don't know. I think he got the fastest lap in Bahrain. I can't remember correctly. However, he has 44 points. Sergio Perez with 43 points. So it is a 1 point difference, which means I have to think that he got the fastest lap. Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton moves up into P6, whereas George Russell falls back into P7. Lance Stroll moving up two spots up into P8. Pierre Gasly falling down to P9. Esteban Ocon falling back to P10. Kevin Magnussen P11. Nico Hulkenberg moving up 1 spot to P12. Maybe they didn't finish back to back. Anyway. Alexander Albon. Okay, so that is the end of your points. Kevin Magnussen is the last of your points. Top 11, Nico Hulkenberg in 12. So fun stuff is happening here in the cringy universe of management. Constructors, Red Bull, yes. Red Bull on top. Ferrari, Aston Martin moving up to P3, which means Mercedes dropping down to P4. Alpine, Haas up there in P6. We are the last of the points, which is good. If I'm not mistaken, our goal might be P6. I'll have to look at that in a minute. We'll figure that out at the beginning of the next video. Williams, AlphaTauri, McLaren, and Alfa Romeo. That is your driver's construction. And the new thing of this year, the fastest pit stops. Fastest pit stops today was Lando Norris with a 2.433, beating Red Bull's Max Verstappen 2.443. I'm not sure. Do we keep up with this? We're definitely not in the top 10 today. Fastest we're just P10. We're the slowest on the grid, for sure. And there we go. We had a 2.664 with Kevin Magnussen and a 4.454 with Nico Hülkenberg. Anyway, yep, I guess they warmed up because Nico Hülkenberg did pit first, and they had a mistake, so we need to work on that. Anyway. Okay, so practice was 9th, qualifying was 17th, race was 10th. Practice 11th, qualifying 11th, race 11th. Very even for him. Our reserve driver, Fittipaldi. I don't think that's our actual reserve driver. I do believe he is racing in F2 in real life. And that is the entire weekend. Bonus clause 10th or higher, so that must be what that is right there. And I don't know what that second one is. Performance guarantees? I don't know. Anyway. That is... Okay, cool. He went up. 6th or above. There it is. And that is your Saudi Arabian Jeddah Grand Prix weekend. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button. If you can't wait for the next video, please hit that subscribe button. In all reality, the only thing it really does is help my confidence in making these videos. I highly appreciate the views. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Sometimes I start talking, and in 2 days, I got a scouting report. 3 days, our designs come in. That's going to be great. Next video, we will have those upgrades on the car for Australia. Like I said, if you can't wait for the next video, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and again, have a great day. Until next time, goodbye.